Hi, good evening and welcome to the Monday Night Golf Show with myself, Rick Shiels, and Peter Finch.
Hello.
Well, we're saying good evening. It's early in the morning, as always, on a Monday.
That confused me for just
I
a split second.
did.
I was like, yeah, right.
I had to really think about how I welcome everyone in, because hopefully most people are watching it.
I was nodding and saying no at the same time.
In their evenings. Right, interesting week in the world of golf. There's been quite a lot of events going on. There's been some repeat winners, some winners that we expected to see, and a record-breaking winner too. So, should we start with the Zurich Classic in New Orleans?
Well, why shouldn't we start with that?
Well, I think you just take this one as your stablemate.
See, I can see how this year's going to be. It's a battle. Under Armour and Ashworth. No one else is going to get a look in. And this week, Justin Rose was Spieth playing?
He didn't message me. He didn't let me know.
Right, okay. Well, we're going to presume he was, because he's always playing everywhere. But Justin Rose won, yes. So Ashworth, I've gone right off on.
I don't think he did play. No. Obviously, if he did play, he would have won.
If he did play, then it might have been a bit more of a tougher test for Justin. But he held a fantastic putt on the last to hold. I think 66 he shot last round.
He shot 66, 6 under, held off a tough tyrant of competitors coming up right behind him, because we had players like Jason Day, Boo Weekley we've not seen for a long time, Cameron Cameron, and Jim Herman.
Tringali.
There had loads of players coming up right behind him, but Justin held back the competition and held an incredible putt on the last hole for birdie that really forced everyone to try and step up their game, and they just couldn't bring it towards the end. His celebrations were fantastic. Loved to see that emotion with Justin.
Said it all, didn't he, really? He said it all the way he was pumping.
He was really going for it. If you've not seen as well Pete's Instagram post on that, I think you bring that emotion quite to life with the flames and the smoke.
Setting the picture on fire.
Go and check that picture out, guys, on Pete's Instagram, because it is a fantastic picture. So well done, Justin. We are going to use you as our swing analysis today. So stay tuned for that, guys. Probably about the middle of the show, the swing analysis will kick in.
We've not done Justin before, have we?
No, because I couldn't. I don't think he's won a lot. He's always there.
He's always there and thereabouts.
Always there. And in the world top 5, he's always there and thereabouts. It's just that he's never quite finished it off. It's great to see him coming back from behind, and that might be what suits him better.
Possibly.
Rather than leading, he might be one of those players who likes to come back fighting. We saw it in the Masters. He put up a great show that last round. So it's great to see him coming out really fighting strong.
Yeah, good start.
And
Very good start to the year.
Great for the English guys in the PGA Tour. We had another English winner as well. Now this is a triple win.
Hat trick
Wins at the Indonesian Masters for Mr. Lee Westwood. So we've not seen Lee winning for a long time, to be fair. He has massively gone off the boil. He obviously loves this tournament. I'm not quite sure who plays in this tournament.
It's an Asian tour event, so the field isn't as strong as...
Don't take anything away from it. Win's a win.
A win is a win. You can only beat what's in front of you. Mind you, he tried to lose it.
Well, yeah,
he tried his best, didn't he?
He had a 5-shot lead with 1 round to play, and it finished in the playoff, naturally. Lee shot 73 to reduce the 5-shot deficit, took it into a playoff anyway, came victorious in the playoffs. So 3 times in a row. He obviously loves that course.
I was going to say, he's the opposite of Rose, you say. He needs a massive lead on the last day. Yeah. When he's been in contention for majors, he's always been not quite enough ahead going into the last round. Because he has been for so long one of the most consistent players. Yeah. Actually hitting the ball. But
if we took tour events back down to 3 rounds, Westwood would be world number 1. He'd win the most majors. He would be the pin-up pro. But unfortunately, because it's 4 rounds, he just cannot keep it going for that 4th round. But great to see him winning out there. And also, we had a new winner, brand new winner on the European Tour. First Chinese player. First Chinese. You can see where this is going, can't you? First Chinese player to win on home soil on the European Tour. He had a great round. Anything you want to add?
Not yet.
Okay. I'll give it a go. Ash Un-Woo. Ash Un-Woo.
Yeah.
I made that sound worse than what it
I was going to say. That wasn't as dramatic as some of the previous ones we've had. You tripped up more over Cameron.
Well, you never know. It might
get Cameron back.
It might be Woo Ashun.
I think it is Woo Ashun, actually.
Woo Ashun.
Anyway, very good victory. Yeah, first Chinese player to win on home soil. And I'm surprised there's there's not a lot more Chinese players coming through.
Yeah,
to be honest,
there's got to be. I mean, around that, tournaments around the China area, they're getting very, very, what's the word, full. Really busy, very popular. That's the word I'm looking for. Very popular in that area of the world. So there will be many more golfers coming through, I'm sure, from the Asian kind of side of things, and there's going to be lots of players coming through that are going to be very strong, very, very strong.
Yeah,
and it's also great to see another English guy in the mix, David Howell.
Yeah,
where have you been? Apart from commentating.
Because what did he get up to in the world? He was top 5.
He was right up there. Here's a little story.
Go on. Hit me with the knowledge.
I actually caddied for David Howell one time. Yeah, that's right. Not in an event, but I caddied for him. It was at a club that I used to be a pro at Mia in Knutsford. And when he was under ISN, they had a golf day. And I caddied for David Howell.
Wow.
I had no picture. The selfies didn't really exist then, did they? I wasn't on Facebook and Twitter.
Get someone else to come over and hold your disposable camera.
I've got really no proof of it, but he played very well. Always a solid golf swing. I don't quite know why. In fact, it might have been after that round I saw him actually go off the boil.
He just offered him a quick tip. Oh yeah, I'll try that. 4 years later.
He's only just realised to stop doing that shit now. No, but
he got injured. I know he got injured. Yeah,
and his commitments lie elsewhere now. He's quite happy if he misses the cut because he goes straight into the studio, gets a microphone, and probably makes just as much dough.
Probably more.
So no, it's great to see David back in the mix. That was in the Volvo China Open. So 3 tournaments, 3 different winners, 2 English, a second for an English guy. It's great to see. No real Americans about that. Sorry about that.
I was going to say the 3 behind Rose in New Orleans were all American.
They always are.
Cameron, Boo Weekly, and
in fact,
Jim Herman.
Apart from Jason Day, the top 10 was mostly Americans and then 1 Canadian. So they're up there. Just that the guys from England just held them off. What can we say? No biggie.
Just got that extra little edge.
No biggie.
Unless Jordan's playing.
Listen, guys, we don't get it very often, so let us enjoy it. Let us enjoy the fact that us English guys actually won something.
Let us bask in the win,
yes.
The collective win for the English.
If David Howe would have come through trumps as well, that would have been 3 English winners, and we would have been fully patriot. And on the week when it was St George's week.
Yeah, well, that shows how much of a patriot I am. Pass me by.
Wow. It was earlier in the week, so it's great. I'm sure the Dragon of St George's pulled these guys through, took them to the top. Very much doubt it.
George killed the dragon.
Oh, right. Yeah. I know.
So, if the dragon was pulling him through, then that means St. George didn't do a great job. So...
Well, let's not go into this.
Yeah.
Right. In other news, there was a little bit of controversy. Controversy.
He's from the Netherlands.
Controversy.
God, my American accent suddenly went very American then. We won't get into accents. Let's not get into accents this early in the morning.
On the PGA Tour, with a little bit of disgustingness that happened along the way. And I think it's happening quite a lot. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Should we talk about what it is?
Yeah.
Spitting. Spitting in tour events. It's not. Come on, it's not. You don't need to spit. There's no need to actually on a golf course. You're not generating enough saliva and enough moisture in your mouth to need to spit.
You don't know what their glands are like.
No,
they might be producing an excessive amount.
No, I mean Tiger's terrible for it. First time he's been mentioned in the show actually. Tiger's terrible for it. Boo Weekly was the guy that was getting a bit of stick on social media last night for it. It's not needed. And what's not nice is you've got kids watching, you've got other people around the world watching. They do not want to see this. I don't think it's a good image.
No, I mean every now and again, trying to play devil's advocate, I suppose. Every now and again, you probably will need to spit. I don't know, something in your mouth. I don't know, whatever it might be. Just clear your throat.
Do it discreetly.
Whatever it might be. Well, the thing is, I mean,
you have to do it off the side of the green.
The thing is, can you do it discreetly? If there's literally 3 cameras on your hole.
Tissue. What's wrong with the tissue? Come on.
Spitting into a tissue? You spit into a tissue?
Why are you defending him?
I'm not. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
I'm going to film you very close to the next course log. It's an image thing. It's not a fact of it. It's a disgusting image. It's not the fact. I'm not a prude. I'm not saying that there needs to be rules and etiquette because the next movement that we're going to go into is going to talk about something different again. But I think there's no real need for it. That's the thing that I'm trying to stress. I don't think that they need to do it. And if they do it discreetly, do it, behind cameras. It's when they do it off the side of the green, which I think is not fair. It's not nice. It's not great on the other players. Imagine you've got to put through that. All right? I'm just going to take a casual water drop from here.
I'm not going to step on you live. I'm going to do a big gob on it instead.
Yeah.
That's great. Cheers, Boo.
Yeah. Woo, 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 boo. Moving on to something else as well from an image standpoint, because this hot topic this week, I was getting asked a lot on social media, so I asked a question out there through Facebook, Twitter. Don't worry, I don't think I'm going to get one just yet. We'll see. Visible tattoos on tour players. Visible tattoos on professional tour players. Why is there none? Now, a lot of images came back with Sevi with his logo on his arm. He had that way after he was even playing and competing, really competing.
His arm, his leg.
Yeah, his arm, just on his forearm there. But you don't really see any, unless we've missed any. Is there anybody out there, tour pro, who is seen as being a renowned tour pro, a recognised tour pro? Do any of them have visible tattoos? I don't think they do. And why is golf separate to other sports in that domain? I
don't know. Well, it depends what you mean by. Do you mean tattoos? Do you mean tattoos or just visible tattoos? Because
visible.
Because for all we know, in the locker room at the PGA Tour event, they could all take the tops off.
Yeah.
And from there,
they could be.
From there to down.
They've got golfers tan. They might as well just cover that in tattoos.
So for all we know, but I don't know. I've got to be honest. I don't think that's something which. If someone had a visible tattoo, I don't think it would be that frowned upon. Not really.
No,
it wouldn't.
It's not from a standpoint that I believe that it would be. It's not from a standpoint of that. I'm just asking the questions. Why are we not seeing? Why is that not happened? Is it? Are the players? Would the players go for it? Because you line up with other sports. Okay. Now you might say the same thing about other sports. Well, do we see tattoos? Absolutely, we see tattoos.
Yeah.
In every other sport, pretty much. Maybe not cricket. They've still got tattoos. You don't see them visibly. Football players, soccer players, American footballers, basketball players, guys at the Olympics, even swimmers, etc. Like a lot of these guys have got tattoos. I wonder why. Because everyone's human. Everyone's, a bunch of people playing one sport and a bunch of people playing the other. They've still got the same thoughts of body art, etc. I wonder why they've restricted it only to be non-visible, potentially. Is it from a sponsorship standpoint?
It's possible from a sponsorship standpoint, but again, if McIlroy... Well, let's say if McIlroy, for example, wanted to get something on his forearm...
A Nike tick.
Yeah. Paid a bit of cash for that. If he wanted to get a tattoo on his arm... Would sponsors drop him?
I don't know.
If he got a tattoo and won the Open, I don't think they'd drop him.
No. I don't think they would. But also on the flip side, let's say a new golfer's coming through, and he's not Rory McIlroy yet, and he doesn't quite, step up. Is he going to then potentially not get the big money deals because of that?
I don't think so.
It's going to change. Someone's going to come through with it.
Well, bear in mind, one thing which we spoke about yesterday was kind of different personalities in golf.
Yeah.
If someone came out fully tatted up, like literally head to toe, he'd find a place, and he'd probably be more investable from a sponsorship side of view for especially some people, just simply because he stood out. He was a little bit different.
He would get more exposure.
Oh, yeah, definitely, 100%. So I don't think it's a big problem. There's no real particular answer for it. I don't know. I mean, I've never particularly wanted a tattoo or really thought about getting one, but I've played with pros before with visible tattoos, but not tour pros.
No.
So
it was an interesting question. I was getting asked it a little bit on social media. I wanted to share the answer again. I've spoke to Pete about it only briefly, but I wanted to do it again. I also want to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you say. I know a lot of people were sending pictures of their own visible tattoos, and you know what? This is quite an interesting feedback. A lot of people were saying they've been turned away from playing golf courses because of it.
Well, that's just stupid.
And also, they had to cover it. So you've had to either cover it or they couldn't play that golf course. Some people have been rejected membership, and they believe it's because of that. So there's still a stigma about it. As much as the tour pros might not have it, I think from a club level as well, I think there is definitely a stigma.
That's just stupid. That's just pathetic. If they're turning you away from courses like that, don't play them anyway. Tell your friends and don't go playing anyway.
Send us and we'll out them on social media.
Go with our sleeves.
Yeah.
Turn up with our sleeves.
If this isn't a prompt that I might be getting a tattoo. No. It might be my first time that Claire hears about it.
A tribal tattoo right down the side of his face.
I might just have it on this side so I don't have to face the camera that way. No, but interesting argument. We'll tell you what your thoughts are. In other news, before we get on to swing analysis, we've got 2 collaborations now we're lining up with. The first one that you might have seen a little bit of last week on Pete's channel, we have now signed up exclusively with Golf Monthly magazine. Golf Monthly, the biggest UK magazine, have a great online presence as well on their YouTube channel. We've decided to team up and create content together in a way. Not all the time, we've still got our own channels, they've still got their own magazine. We're going to do a little bit of editorial on their side, we're going to do a bit of video in, they're going to mix it up. Everything's going to be a possibility, so it's going to be exciting times. Very, very exciting. Yeah, it was very strange in some respects because we've never done anything print-wise. No, everything we do is digital, so to speak. So it's a new and exciting kind of opportunity. And Golf Monthly, I think we both like it the best out of the magazines anyway. So it was a good fit for us, and the meetings that we've had so far have been really, really exciting. So this year is going to be pretty epic, I think, from that. And we did the Manchester Golf Show this weekend, and we gave lessons to Golf Monthly readers and followers, and with some videos of our sessions online, and that's on the Golf Monthly YouTube channel. So Pete, you taught Emily Wood. Yeah, great session.
It's a really good session. Yeah, it was really enjoyed it. It was really good.
And I taught a gentleman called Ian Harris. They're the ones that are online at the moment. Please go and have a look at those. They're great videos. A little bit of insight of us actually teaching real people.
Real people.
those real people. And we also filmed a lot more videos as well, so they're going to be coming out on Golf Monthly's channel, so do please go and subscribe. We also bumped back into our mate.
Yeah, the hacker.
Mr. Hacker, Mr. Ben Hacker from Pin Seekers. If you've not seen the course vlogs out in Dubai, I'm sorry, I'm not being rude, I'm just pulling up the Pin Seekers app. Ben Hacker, creator, director, CEO, main man at Pin Seekers. He was at the golf show. I gave him a little brief lesson as well. You can see that on his Instagram page. We're fixing backswing issues. And those vlogs are coming out online now. So I've got we've got night golf.
Yeah, so it's gone night golf, day golf,
night golf. So my day golf now is up online right now. And so this is Monday. The part 2 will be going up today.
And then my last ones from the night golf will be up on next week. Probably similar time. Certainly interesting golf in this recent course vlog.
Yeah, Pete was a little bit delicate.
I was very delicate.
So guys, you've got to watch that. If you want to laugh and you want to see me potentially play better than Pete, go and check out those videos because I think it might be the only time. I might just keep publishing those videos.
If you want to go to that video and see Ben play better than me, that's
our 14 handicapper friend. Just on the leaderboard as well, the Pin Seekers leaderboard, Mr. Farrell again is number 1. I think he's been number 1 every week. What happens every Monday midday? So unfortunately, we actually film the mornings, but the midday on the Monday, this gets refreshed. So he might not be the number 1, but he's way ahead. He's like 74 points ahead. How the points work, it is a rolling 52-week cycle. So get your scores in now. It's not too late to catch up. And when everything evens out, they'll see a real level playing field. But I think I'm 8th still.
Well, I'm going to actually go.
And you're 10th.
I'm playing around this afternoon. So I'm going to get my scores up.
It's all right for some, isn't it? So you need someone to verify it. Your dad.
I'll get my dad to download the app,
yeah. Right, swing analysis time. We're going to jump on the mat, do a little bit of Justin Rose's swing. We're going to answer your questions next on Facebook and Twitter after that. Stay tuned, guys, and we shall have a look at Mr. Ashworth's golf swing.
Oh, I'd love that. First thing in the morning.
You have actually
ripped that. Best swings
ever. We normally make it up that he's ripped it, but you actually ripped that. Right, guys, so Justin Rose's golf swing. Justin Rose, if you were to look at a technical golf swing, he wouldn't be a bad model.
No, absolutely not. You'd hold him up as a technical model if you wanted a good swing to try and copy.
Does his work with Sean Foley, Tiger's old coach. He'll be happy that his players won again.
Yes, absolutely. Get his name back in the media.
Absolutely. And also, guys, this is going to be quite a good one because about last summer, about July time, just before he won the Scottish Open. We actually spent some time with him at Trump International, hitting some balls on TrackMan. It was the SLDR days, now stepped it up to the R15, but we've still got the same TrackMan numbers. I did a video on it a while back, but we're going to pull those figures back up and show you what figures he was getting on the TrackMan. To not only talk about his technical aspects of his swing, but also actually his angles of attack, his path, his ball speed, his club head speed, his distance that he was hitting it that day. So a little bit more evidence. It's very hard to often get TrackMan numbers. Is your password still the same? Yes. It's all...
I'm not spending too much time together. You might as well use your fingerprint if I still want to work.
Give me one of my fingers. I'm going to try and do. So we managed to spend a bit of time with him, see some TrackMan figures, which is it's often very hard to get TrackMan figures. A lot of these players keep them under wraps because they don't want to let their secrets out. But we've got Justin's. Like I said, I did a video on it last year, but we're going to use that, regurgitate that information today. So Peter, let's set up. Justin Rose stylee. So he's very strong at setup. Ball position is healthy, it's forward, he's got a great tilt in his upper body, he's got unbelievable spine angle. I would say it's more of a structured posture. It's very clean.
Yeah, well, it's something you see with most of Foley's players, isn't it? The setup is just
very on top, isn't it? So it's super setup, unbelievable setup, and then he keeps his club head very much on the line of his hands, pretty much all the way through his golf swing. So you would classify it as being very on plane, and that rings back very true to his path. So his path into the ball. Sorry, I was trying to find it there. His swing path into the ball is on average 1.1 degree from the in.
So as he comes into the ball, I mean, like Rick says, his hand's pretty much level with his hand slightly on the outside, pretty much all the way through. But as he's coming into the ball, just very slightly from the inside.
And 1.5 on the up.
Yeah, he doesn't hit massively up on it. He's quite level. His hands are relatively level, actually through the point of impact with the ball yet again. But it is just like from the inside. It's a very, very neutral.
Very
way to hit the ball. When we were there at Trump, the way he was hitting it was just
up and just no spin. 1.5 degrees from the in, 1.5 degrees up. I mean, it's just a recipe for excellence, is it not?
A recipe, I like it.
His
recipe for excellence.
His club head speed is 115. So again, healthy, very healthy.
He can up it though.
Yeah. This was him tickling it.
Yeah.
This was him really just slowing it, keeping it smooth. Because he was only carrying this at this stage, carrying it about 285. So club head speed on that standpoint is about 5 miles per hour than tour average, and carry distance is about 10 miles per hour 10 yards further than tour average. But we know Justin can really step on that. So show me one that's, take it back slowly for me, Pete, just back to this position. And when we talk about club head in line with hands pretty much all the time, this club head never gets out of sync with the hand relationship. Everything's always in line, everything's always in place. It's not too far from the outside, it's not too far from the inside. It's absolutely on point. As he rotates to the top of his backswing then, he keeps it short, he keeps it very precise. Again, if we look from down the target line, the club head and the handle is all again in line. Everything is very in sync. And then from there he just rotates, and I always feel like he's just keeping that club head just outside of his body, which actually sometimes looks on video as being a little bit outside the line. Yeah. It's not. He still produces that slightly inside line because it is so neutral. It is so on point to being 1 or 2 degrees from the inside. It actually looks a little bit, compared to some other players, looks a little bit on the outside line of things.
Well, if you compare it to other players like Rory, for example, when Rory's coming down, he's
about 4.5, 5 degrees from the inside, where Rose is only kind of say 1 degree inside, 1 degree up, and then he's just getting great numbers off that. Spin rate on this day, he had a few fluctuations. It was about 2,500, but we know probably with new technology, he's probably enhanced that even more. And this was him just practicing. This wasn't him in a tournament condition.
He was talking when he was hitting it.
Well, he was chilling out. He was having a laugh. And that was the same week he won the Scottish Open, no influence from ourselves. So back to here. Club head in line with hands. Rotation with a slightly more compact, shorter rotation. Club head, what feels like it's outside the hands coming back down, and then he just rotates through and finishes really solid. It's a really solid golf swing. Let's have another go there, Pete. I'm going to throw some images of Justin doing that even better than Pete could, because it is his swing.
Doing it like him.
Doing his own swing like him. but it is just on point. We've had a few golfers recently, like Spieth, like Happy Barnrat, lovely, like, he is ripping this, like Jim Furyk. You know, we've seen these golf swings recently come into our swing analysis den. Very unique golf swings, but this one today is very
much more near the technical model.
What you would see as being technically perfect. But not only that, it's launch monitor perfect as well. It's everything that you need to be doing to get consistent shots. And he is a consistent player. Oh. You know, he's in the world's top probably 3 now, is he? I mean, you are ripping this, actually.
Can't wait to play.
This is actually my driver. He's absolutely ripping it. Great work. So, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed that little swing analysis. It's not a lot that we can do from it. It's more of an example of what a golf swing can do if it is less I don't know, less flammable.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think what, yeah, like Rick was just saying there, one of the things we've noticed probably the last 4 or 5 Monday night golf shows, really, every swing we've done has been quite an individual swing, so to speak. It's been quite unique in many kind of technical aspects. Now, Rose's swing is just very, very technically good. You know, it's something it's something that you'd want most players to use, apart from Rick, apparently.
That's awful.
That is first swing of the day. Now, that's more like what a first swing of the day should be.
Yeah, not like yours.
So,
for me, it's probably a good swing thought. Justin Rose's.
For you, definitely, yeah.
Justin Rose's swing is a good swing thought for me to keep me more on plane. But it's obviously it's harder to do at speed. So I reckon I would hit the ball a lot straighter, but it would take me a while to get used to that feeling.
I was going to say, it's a little bit more natural for me, that kind of movement. I wish it was 100% natural. Like. Easy as that.
It's getting there.
That's good.
So guys, we are, like I say, we've not got a lot to do with Justin's swing. It's pretty much on point. We're going to fire over to your questions. Hopefully you enjoyed that. A little bit different with the TrackMan data as well. And we shall...
Can we call it the swing den from now on?
Do you like that?
I like that. The swing den. Can we have a little graphic made up?
We'll try. sorry, editor Tim. Apparently you're getting a graphic now. The swing den. You like
the swing den. I like that. I'll have to remember that. Sorted. Click if you like swing den. Or what else could we call this segment?
No,
swing analysis.
Swing den.
Comment anyway.
Comment anyway. Why not? We'll get on to your questions, guys, before I take this camera out.
Not far off.
You can tell that.